right, guys. Well, I wasn't going to tell you guys. I was just going to wait till we got home. But Jeremy from JS Coating did such a fantastic job. And he kind of rushed it for me, which I appreciate. He kind of skipped this guy.
Dickhead!
So I really do appreciate you getting me in here. But these pieces are going to look killer. Now, we didn't powder coat the entire lift. We just did some pieces to kind of set it off, and you do know they do match the wheels of the Suburban, so it's obviously a little dark here, a little late, but you know, YouTubers, we don't sleep, we plug and chug. So again, if you need any powder coating done, definitely check out Jeremy from JS Coating. Fantastic work. I can't wait to get this on the Suburban. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, I am Senate Steve. Oh, look at the little butterfly. Look at it. Oh, would you just look at it? How much closer do you think we can get? Not very much closer. But anyway, sorry, I got a little sidetracked. Yeah, as you guys can tell, I'm a little scatterbrained at things. But today, we are going to actually start our rough country lift for our Suburban. So if you guys don't know, this is our new project. This is going to be kind of my family truckster and everything like that. We got the wheels done, tinted the windows, cleaned some things up. I actually fixed a brake line and a couple other things with this thing. But this is going to be a pretty fun build. It's going to be not as wild and mild or wild and crazy as the F450 or, you know, the Bruce, but it is going to be a build that's going to be more for family oriented and kind of, you know, something that you guys all can do. I've always loved these Suburbans. I've always loved them, you know, kind of lifted up with bigger wheels and tires. I got a perfect platform here to do it, so we're going to go ahead and do it. So again, I want to give a huge shout out. First link in the description will be rough country lift kits, and I will be doing an entire actual install video for this, but we're going to do it a little differently here. So the video that you're going to see now is actually going to be me doing the rear by myself, and then I believe we're going to head down to Danny's. Don't quote me, we might still stick around with the backyard built theme, and we might get this whole thing done here at the house, but Danny did say we are welcome to come down to his shop and do the lift kit down there at his place. So we're just going to tackle the rear real quick. Probably should take, I'd say, 3 maybe 4 hours tops. I do have to repair a brake line in the rear which blew. It is what it is. It's part of owning, you know, a 2000 Chevy. If anybody owns a 2000 Chevy, you know, I mean, the brake lines break, as you do know by the OBS build over here. Same exact brake line that broke on that truck just actually broke on this truck for me, and it was yesterday in the down rain, pouring down rain in a storm. So it is what it is. Let's get it fixed, and I will do a detailed install for this lift when, you know, I make that video. So you might see this portion twice, and I apologize ahead of time, but I told Rough Country I would make a detailed video on how to do the lift, so that's what we're gonna do. So here we go, guys. Let's get started. We're gonna get it up on jack stands, get the wheels and tires off. Alrighty, guys, one of the next steps we're going to do here is go ahead and you know, take out the wheel liner here. It's also 2 bolts back here, and that will then go ahead and expose the bolt here for the shock. So, and of course, guys, it does have a little bit of rust. It's not a perfect truck, but we're going to try to address what we can address and you know, make the best of this purchase. Much better. All right, let's get the shock out of the way. Alrighty, with that stuff out, I should be able to go ahead and lower the rear down just a tad. Now, we're not going to go the whole way. Oh, yeah. Make sure our jack stands and everything are still good. But like I said, we're not going to go down the entire way with the truck. old spring is out. Now we will need the rubber to put the old one back in, but I gotta show you the size difference now of this. That is freaking going to be a huge difference. I can see it, and only because I know. That's freaking short compared to the one we got. All right, look at the absolute difference in the rear springs. Like, that is freaking crazy. So let me go ahead and get them tossed back in here, and then we'll start putting our drop brackets on. All right, so the next step was to go ahead and disconnect the sway bar end link, and obviously move the sway bar out of the way. We got both springs out of the way. The axle's actually down really far. It's probably down about 8 inches right now from where it needs to be. But yeah, we're plugging and chugging, guys. We're gonna have the rear of this thing lifted in no time for sure. We have got our springs in, and it's now time to start the install. Oh yes, the Urban Bourbon is gonna come along looking meaner than ever. We might have to put the 37s off of the OBS build on it. I don't know if these 35s are gonna be big enough. All right, let's keep plugging and chugging. Alrighty, as you can tell, it does come with new sway bars. You're not gonna need the old ones, which is good because ours are a little weathered. So let's get these tossed in here, and it's very simple. They give you the supplied hardware. As you can tell, I have it all laid out back here. Supplied hardware is all here. You're good to go. Let's get it installed. All right, guys, well, I went ahead and put everything together loosely, and like I did say previously, this thing does have a little bit more surface rust than I'd like, but I think we're gonna go ahead and just start replacing some of the bars. Like, there's a track bar here. We might end up, you know, trying to find one aftermarket, or, you know, a new replacement, but this thing's coming together great. So one of the things the kit does tell you to do is go ahead and leave everything loose until you get everything where you want it to be, and then you go ahead and snug everything down. Also, for the track arm, there is a bushing that you're going to want to throw in the center of that bottom lower bolt. You also have to drill a hole here for another support. So we're going to get all that done, and I'm just kind of showing you guys progress as I go. I've been doing it, I'd say I might have an hour and a half into it right now doing the rear, so it's not crazy. I'm not sweating my butt off or anything like that, but I've been just kind of plugging and chugging away with it, and just kind of taking my time. So we just about got the rear finished up here. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of lift it up into place, and I'll put the wheels on it, and then I will go ahead and snug down all of the bolts, because that will give us your ride height and where you want to snug it down. So let me go ahead and get the wheels on it, and we'll start snugging everything down. Plus we're going to drill that hole there, which is, I believe, 11/32, I think it was, or 15/32, I don't know. The only other thing that I did have happen was the brake line at the top, which we did know was already broken. That went ahead and broke the rest of the way. I think I tossed a piece here. So we're gonna have to go kind of make our own bracket for that, which isn't a big deal, because I think down at Danny's I have a set of, or I actually have this same bracket off of the axle that I have. I might even actually, now that I think about it, I might have it on the 05 GMC rear that we have sitting over here. So yeah, there we go. So I have the bracket. We're in good shape. This one's just as rusty as the old one, so we'll go ahead and pop that one off of here. And it actually looks like we have our brake line too, so we might just swap this brake line over and just be done with it. So let me get plugging and chugging, and we'll get back to you. Look at that, perfect timing with getting ready to put the wheels back on. Our mail has arrived. As you can tell, I kind of ripped that off already because I don't want to show my address in the video. But this is also a great place to put a knivesdeal.com ad. So for 10% off, use promo code SenditSteve, all one word. You can get yourself some pretty cool, sweet knives. They're freaking pretty badass, and they're definitely sharp. As you can tell in all of my videos, I do use them, guys. It's not like I'm promoting something that I do not use on a daily basis. So if you guys want a sweet little pocket knife that's cheap that you can throw away whenever you're done, check out knivesdeal.com and use promo code SenditSteve, all one word. You will also, and you're running out of days, August 31st is the last day to get entered in the 125 Jeep giveaway. So if you're not subscribed or you're not in that giveaway yet, definitely now's the time to head on over, purchase something. Every dollar you spend is an entry to win that sweet little Jeep. And I will be doing a whole video on that Jeep one day. Before we give it away, I will be doing an entire video. So Oh boy, we might be able to run the 37s on this bad boy when we're all said and done. All right, let me get it lowered down and get all the bolts tight. Gotta put back in our finishing touches here in the rear, because like I did say, we're not gonna be half-assing this one. Put our wheel liner back in, because like I said, guys, oh, we dropped the screw. We're gonna have to find that. But like I said, though, we are going to make this a clean build. This is not gonna be a Send It Steve build. I mean, it is, but this is gonna blow your minds when it's done, because you guys are gonna see it and you're gonna think, why is Send It Steve driving that? That thing's too nice. Well, we can build nice things, guys. Oh my goodness. I mean, we are starting to create a monster truck again, and I didn't mean to, guys. I really didn't. I thought a 6-inch lift 35s, that's mild, that's what you're gonna see every single day running around out on the streets. It's nothing crazy, but man, I think I wanted to do a 4-inch or a 3-inch with maybe 33s. This might be a tad too big, and now Mo's not gonna be able to crawl in and out of it by herself. But holy smokes, guys, I mean, the bumper is already at my waist, and then if you come over here to the old OBS build, which you know is a 6-inch lift, and that's on 37s, and I mean, the placement is almost the exact same spot. Oh boy. Now I'm glad that we did the powder coating the way that we did it. There are some things that I am going to change, like obviously I don't like the blue cover there. I am going to do what Mike does and rattle can everything under here so that it actually looks good, because it definitely has a new look. So let me I think we're going to start the front tonight. It's only about 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's not actually late at all. I started really late, but I didn't think it was going to go this simple. But there you have it, guys. We have the rear installed, and I'm going to start on the front. So I might put this video out before I finish it completely. I'm not really sure. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but you guys will know by the title and the thumbnail if I finish it or not. So there you have it, guys. If you like the content, please smash that like button, please subscribe, and I will see you, if I don't finish this video and, you know, just make it one entire video, you will see me in the next video where we finish this thing off. So again, guys, smash that like button, please subscribe. And I am freaking pumped that the Urban Bourbon is gonna be a beast. Oh, let's keep going. I have a feeling that that is going to be about as high as the Urban Bourbon sits. Now, obviously, we know that wheel will come down a lot, but holy smokes. All right, keep plugging and chugging. Alrighty, guys, well, I didn't realize that my GoPro actually died, but we're running into a little bit of an issue here. As you can tell in the back right here, the wheel bearing is actually starting to come apart in this thing. So it's sort of a good idea to just go ahead and replace it now. As you can tell, it's a factory unit and it's been in there for a while. So we're gonna go ahead and just get a new wheel bearing to toss in it. Also, some of the bolts were, I mean, they were actually really worn. I think I put it up here. Like, you can see the head of this bolt is pretty much just worn down to nothing. I mean, it's a shame because it's just scaly rust. It's not like it's a bunch of holes or anything crazy like that, but it's definitely, you know, got a few holes and some things that we need to address. So I think we're also going to go ahead and order control arms for this, because I think it's just going to be, you know, it's going to be a better, nicer, cleaner look. Plus, when we go to get an alignment, we're going to do, I'm going to order inner and outer tie rods, because that jam nut isn't probably going to come free, and it would probably be a pain in the butt. So while we're doing it and we got to get an alignment, we might as well just do it all at once, get it all done, and I think that's the route we are going to take it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I know I said I was gonna end it a little bit before when I did the rear, but this is a good spot for me to end it right now. Again, I didn't realize my GoPro had died, but I'm gonna go ahead and order what I need to order, and we're gonna get this thing tossed back together. I might toss it back together the way it is right here, just so that it's running and driving and movable. But you can go to this side over here and you can tell I didn't get too far. This side has a new wheel bearing in it. I didn't start tearing anything apart here because there's, you know, a couple bolts here that won't come out. This brake hose is soon to be collapsed, so I want to go ahead and just get a new brake hose for it. So I think the best thing for me to do is to go ahead and just replace the brake hose a while. As you can tell, it's definitely been pretty corroded. This bolt is not going to come out. It'll come with a new bracket. As you can tell, this bracket here was also rusted off. And like I said, it's really just a scaly frame, and it's because it was sitting for so long. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get new rotors also. This rotor isn't too terrible, but the other side, the inside is pretty jacked up. So I think we're just going to do it all now. You know, we got this thing for a good deal. We might as well just do it and do it now. So there you have it, guys. If you like the content, please smash that like button, please subscribe. And we're gonna have some more updates with the Urban Bourbon, but for right now we're just gonna call it a stalemate. But we are gonna get it fixed, and it will be done by, I'd say, Wednesday or Thursday of this week. So look for that video, guys. It will be the I will actually record finishing up what I'm doing over here now that I have a good battery, and we'll go from there. But again, guys, take care, and I will see you in the next update.